Hej och välkomna allihopa. Ni är hjärtligt välkomna till den här kvällen. Jag är Robin Edman, jag är VD på SVID. Och det här är en kväll full av inspiration om design, hur man kan använda den i olika sammanhang. Vi vet ju att design är en oerhört viktig del i innovationsprocessen och att när man anlitar eller applicerar design på någonting så blir det som en turboeffekt. Det händer någonting, både i företag och i det offentliga. Det är någonting som slår till och så blir det en enorm kraft som är framme. Den kraften kan ju naturligtvis appliceras på varor och tjänster och budskap och processer och hela miljöer. Men vi vet också att när det görs på rätt sätt och det kommer in i innovationsprocessen så ökar det konkurrenskraften hos företag. Det ökar också konkurrenskraften i det offentliga och det kan ju ta sig uttryck till att det blir snabbare vårdköer eller att det blir enklare i infrastrukturen att ta sig igenom en stad eller någonting annat. Så att vi ser att det har en oerhörd effekt. Vi ser också då, förutom att det ökar konkurrenskraften i företag, att de företagen är mera exportbenägna, de utvecklar flera produkter, de tjänar mera pengar och anställer mera folk. Så att det har en stor effekt på hur man sen då naturligtvis applicerar det här. Och vi vill se design som den strategiska övre delen på den designtrappan som vi använder, där design når den högsta nivån. Vi vet också att det offentliga, det vill säga då politiken, har tagit det här till sig. Om man tittar på Europe 2020, det vill säga EU-kommissionens handlingsplan, så finns det någonting där som heter Innovation Union. Innovation Union har efter många års långt och digert arbete också tagit upp design i processen så att den finns med. Vad är viktigt i innovationsprocessen? Jo, att design finns med där som ett verktyg. Det här är någonting som då naturligtvis i de olika medlemsländerna kommer att komma med i olika innovationsstrategier. Och vi ser nu i Sverige när innovationsstrategierna har att skriva. Dels då tjänstinnovationsstrategin och totala innovationsstrategin att design kommer med som en del i det där vi är delaktiga och försöker påverka så att det blir en så viktig del som möjligt. Så det är en väldigt spännande tid. Det finns mycket mer att säga om det här. Men jag skulle vilja överlåta alldeles snart ordet till Marco som ska få berätta då om design och hur dagens samhälle kanske inte är riktigt riggat för de strukturerna som vi har. Det vill säga det händer saker och vi hänger inte med i samhället. Och hur kan då design vara en del av den förändringsprocessen? Så med det så skulle jag vilja överlämna till Marco i designen.
Great. Thank you very much. It's a great pleasure to be here. So I start with a very simple example. Some of you, I know this, we've talked before, have seen this example, so bear with me. But this is 1950s Denmark, and the story of a small town that had a public swimming facility. And what the city political body, the city council, was concerned with was that public attendance to this swimming facility dropped dramatically the previous year. And everybody wanted to know why. Why weren't people going to the swimming facility anymore? So the political establishment went to the swimming facility and to see what the problem was firsthand. And they realized they had a building which was very old, the windows were broken, it was leaking, it was in terrible condition. And it was clear to everybody that what we needed was a new swimming facility, a new building. So they hired an architect, and in a meeting like this a few weeks later, everybody on city council was waiting to see the new building, first sketches of it. And what the architect flashed was a bus schedule and said, you're absolutely right, the building is in terrible condition. But that's not the reason why people aren't going to the swimming facility. The reason is you change the public bus schedule not to coincide with open hours. Because a lot of these problems are interconnected. And the first thing we need to realize is how are they interconnected? When they exist in different realms of decision making, with different kinds of interests behind them, it's very hard to understand how they affect each other. So we talk about, before you want to tackle these large challenges, you need to develop the architecture of the problem. You know why healthcare is such a challenge? There's too many problems. And actually you need to understand what problems govern what other problems. And once you do that, you can have an architecture of the solution. Understanding what policy bit, what incentive do I need to do? Do I need new facilities? Or do I actually need a different kind of strategy for my buildings, et cetera, and how do I then coordinate all of that? So what happened in the swimming facility is the ability to step back from the problem and ask, well, what's happening here, and how are they connected? So we need to step back, and if we use this, our traditional use of the word design in the professional context tends to be in this realm. That is, designers wait for briefs, and then they provide solutions. I'm very crude here in terms of my description. And what we actually need to do is to apply design in this phase of work is actually conceiving what it is. And that is the wrong question to answer. Then you'll have beautiful answers to the wrong questions. So we need to be more and more involved in actually helping see a bigger, more holistic, interconnected world, and then help guide that to the right briefs. So this is how we define strategic design. The other way to think about it in very simple terms of more traditional design is shaping products and objects. Strategic design is shaping decision making. How do you help shape decision making? So this is downtown Helsinki, more or less. This is a freight harbor near downtown Helsinki. Downtown Helsinki is up in the right-hand corner. That was cleared out about 1.5 years ago, and this is all going to be developed. And we got the rights to develop a block, more or less where that red dot is. And we partnered up with 2 developers, and we're doing a very large mixed-use city block that will have housing, will have retail, and it'll also have our new offices. So we're going to move over there. And we're using this as a vehicle to advance and develop sustainable building. What does it mean? What are the practices? How should we advance Finland, if we have a mission towards Finland, and helping become more sustainable? So this is the big picture frame, and I'll get to the project. So why this, and why are we interested in cities in Citra? Well, cities, if you take all the cities of the world as a surface area, they represent less than 1% of the surface area of the world. We put all the cities together, so it's pretty small. And yet that very small portion of the world is responsible for over 75% of energy needs, and is responsible for 80% of greenhouse gases. This is why cities are so strategic. If you can change that little 1%, you can have a huge impact over here. That's why everybody is interested in cities. But you need to define city in a slightly different way. City is not just bricks and mortars. It's not just walls and buildings. It's consumption patterns. So you need to think about the carbon that you can save on the energy efficiency of the building might be undermined by all the beef that I eat every day. So you have to think of it very largely. And you begin to realize that the city is tying itself to very large agricultural lands, very large productions that are happening inside. So these are the 2 things. And really what we'd like to do is to be able to advance the use of design in government, to help define the architecture of the problem, and to come up with a new way of creating propositions when we will find there are no current available ways of creating propositions. These are the things we believe very much. And just to end, I think there's a lot of design policy discussion. And I think to clarify things, there's 2 complementary aspects. There's policy for design. I will make policy to help the design community develop and become more productive. But then there's also design for policy, which is let me use design to create the right policy. We're in the second camp, but you need both to actually have a well-balanced design.